Dear students, we were studying the third chapter of history in the earliest city. Today we'll start third part of this chapter and we'll start with this diagram, the Harappan civilization, right? As you know that Harappan civilization was also known as Indus Valley civilization because these cities were located near about Indus and its tributaries. It was urban civilization, first urban civilization of our subcontinent. So obviously the people used to live in cities, but many people used to live in the cities, but people also lived in the countryside. What is the meaning of countryside? Countryside means villages, right? Countryside means villages. So the people used to live in cities also and also in villages. In cities, mainly rulers, craftspersons who used to make different things, and scribes used to write, and these people lived in cities. In villages, farmers and herders. The main work was of farmers growing crops. They used to grow crops. And the work of herders, they used to get the products from animals. So they used to rear the animals, right? So it means the people in countryside were producers of food, right? And people in cities were doing different kinds of work. So the main thing that I want to tell you, that the people of countryside used to supply food to the people of city. Getting my point? People of city. So the main suppliers were farmers and herders. They supplied the food products to cities, to the people of cities. And at that time, Harappan people grew the crops like wheat, barley, pulses, peas, rice, sesame, linseed and mustard. So these kinds of crops they used to grow. So let's discuss the chapter further. So as I told you that the people in villages used to do the farming, okay, the work of farming. They used to grow different kinds of crops about which we have discussed, and they used to use a new tool that was called plow for agriculture. Plow used to be like this. In this way, I am trying to make image. This one, right? In this kind of shape, plow used to be there, and it was used to dig the earth for turning the soil and planting seeds, right? While real plows, which were probably made of wood, have not survived. Toy models have been found, and as this region does not receive heavy rainfall, some form of irrigation may have been used. So this means that water was stored and to supply in the field. So when the plants were growing, the Harappan reared cattle, sheep, goat and buffaloes. With the help of this image, we can understand that the Harappan people reared cattle, right? What kind of cattle? Sheep. Okay, they used to have the cattle, sheep, and goat, buffalo. Water and pastures were available around settlements where they used to live. Near their settlements, water and pastures for their animals and water for different kinds of uses were available around settlements. However, in the dry summer months, large herds of animals were probably taken to greater distances in search of grass and water. As today you can see that many cows are walking on the road during summer season. They are coming here in search of water and food, grass, etc. So they also collected, the people of Harappa also collected fruits like bear, and they used to caught fishes, okay, fish, and they hunted animals, wild animals. So in this way we have discussed that what kind of food they used to get and how they got from the nature and from various kinds of supplies. Now let's start the next topic. The next topic is a closer look Harappan towns in Gujarat. Harappan towns in Gujarat. Mainly there are two main towns in Gujarat of Harappan times. We can see in the map. Yes, Lothal, very famous city, Lothal, and Dholavira in the run of Kutch. So we will study in detail about these two cities. First we will discuss about Dholavira. Dholavira, you can see in this map, it was situated here. This was approximate location in the run of Kutch. It was the city located on Khadir Bait. Khadir Bait in the run of Kutch, where there was fresh water and fertile soil, right? Unlike some of the other Harappan cities which were divided into two parts, as we discussed in the previous videos that Harappan cities were divided into two parts, one lower town, right, and one was citadel. We had discussed in the previous videos. So let's discuss about Dholavira. Each part of Dholavira, you can see this picture, each part of Dholavira was surrounded with massive stone walls, right? Each part massive stone walls, and with entrances through gateway. Big gateways used to be there, and there was also a large open area in the settlement. We can see in this picture large settlement, right? Open area. This was the large open area in the settlement where public ceremonies could be held. Other finds include large letters of the Harappan script that were carved out of white stone and perhaps inlaid in wood. So this is a unique find, as generally Harappan writing has been found on small objects such as seals. Next city is Lothal. In Gujarat, it is very important city. Lothal is situated near Sabarmati river here. This is the location of Lothal, approximate location of Lothal city. So the city of Lothal stood beside a tributary of Sabarmati. This is Sabarmati river, and this one is tributary of Sabarmati in Gujarat, close to the Gulf of Khambat. This is the Gulf of Khambat. It's very close to Lothal, and it was situated near areas where raw materials such as semi-precious stones were easily available. We can see in this picture. This is the picture of Lothal city in Gujarat. So this was an important center for making objects out of stone, shell, and metal. There was also a storehouse in the city. Many seals and sealings. Sealings means the impression of seals on clay were found in this storehouse. Now look this picture. This is the building that was found here was probably a workshop for making beads. Different kinds of things are kept here. So it could be like a building where the things used to be made, and beads, pieces of stone, half-made beads, tools for bead making, and finished beads have all been found here. Now you can see this picture, this one, a dockyard at Lothal, situated in the city of Lothal. This huge tank, this was the tank, may have been a dockyard where boats and ships used to come in from the sea, right? And through the river channel, goods were probably loaded and uploaded here at this place. Next one is seals and sealings found in Lothal. Now we'll discuss about seals. May have been used to stamp bags or packets containing goods that were sent from one place to another place. After a bag was closed or tied, a layer of wet clay was applied today we use for this purpose wax, right? For sealing with wax. On the knot and the seal was pressed on it. The impression of the seal is known as a sealing, right? So this is the example of sealing. Clear? So this is the impression of seal. You can see in the rectangular shape. If the sealing was intact, it means one could be sure that the goods had arrived safely. Means nobody opened on the way. So seals are used even today, right? For example, your exams, and after the exams answer sheets are packed in a bag, and after that the bag knot is sealed with the seals. Clear? So dear students, this was the topic. In the next video we will study about the mystery of the end of this great civilization. Thank you. Have a nice day.